1.3 rebounds per game and 1.7 assists per game. Driving in now is Cummings. She dishes it off to Donahue, who lays it up and in. Kurt and Shecht bringing up in the backcourt. Shecht will get it ahead now to Kurt, who dribbles us inside to Mitchell, whose shot is no good, and an offensive foul called on Mitchell. That'll be the 16th foul on Monmouth. So Kurt pushing, now pulls back inside to Mitchell, who goes up off the glass and in. Mitchell with her first bucket of the game. And Sierra Stewart will replace Amaya Willingham on the Saints side. So a 1-and-1, misses the front end, does Crow. Rebounded, goes Paalvast's jumper's blocked from behind, and Siena comes up with the rebound. A three. Good. Beaudry with 2 quick baskets for the Hawks. Beaudry and Mitchell with 8 of the 15. Beaudry. And a backcourt violation against Monmouth as Beaudry tried to get it to Horvatinovich, but she was behind the half-court line. Points. She averages 8.9 per game. Hopkins will bring it up in the backcourt for Monmouth. Still Paalvast. A fall-away jumper is no good. Doesn't get the roll, but the loose ball goes to English. Now back out to Horvatinovich. Now out of bounds off Thursday in Springfield, Massachusetts for the MAC tournament. Lead and a travel called on Willingham. So it will be Hawks ball now. Donahue back into the game. Brianna Logan into the game as well for Siena. For the Hawks, the spin move on the perimeter is Crow. Now finds Booth. Stewart will go to the baseline and finding Donahue. Excuse me, that was Crow underneath who went as Hopkins knocks down the front end of her 1-and-1. She'll be set to take her second one, and she hits that one as well. So Monmouth has a 12-point lead thanks to Mia Hopkins. 3 minutes to play in this first half here at the MAC on Senior Day. A three by Booth is up, and that's good. That's the second three by Booth. Horvatinovich, Beaudry, Bethune, Hopkins, and Kurt. And Kurt has it in the backcourt. Now gets to Horvatinovich, and finally Kurt gets across the timeline. Point lead by a score of 41-32 on the floor starting the second half for the Hawks is Shecht, Kurt, Walker. Kurt will take a three, top of the key, and she hits. What a way to start the first half for the Hawks. Inside and off the glass is good. Coles hands it off now over to Stewart. Under 5 to shoot. In the corner is Crow for 3, and that one's good. With 1 second on the shot clock, Crow knocks down a corner 3. 2 minutes gone in this second half. Monmouth has a 10-point lead for Coles, top of the key. Her pass to Booth gets away. It will go out of bounds off of Siena. Will come into the game for Shecht. Amaya Willingham will check in for Siena. Out goes. It's Willingham all the way off the glass and in. Look off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Horvatinovich. And now she'll look to push.
Dangerous there by Horvatinovich, dribbling the ball away from her body and almost did have it stripped, but luckily for MU.
Sophie Beaudry and Chevannah Paalvast come into the game. They'll replace Sarah English and Jemiah Bethune.
This one's far from over, Mike. We've got 10 minutes of basketball still to be played.
Paalvast's shot is short, and go against Cummings, her first personal foul, the team's 5th. Horvatinovich comes into the game for Paalvast. of Siena, around 10 points per game. Only has about 7 right now. She can make that 8 with this made free throw, but still under her average. And she does. Clicks Monmouth's lead to 13. Good, rebounded by Hopkins. She kicks it back out to Shecht. Shecht will drive in. She loses it on the floor. Their last home game ever as a Monmouth Hawk. Logan is too short, no good. Coming up with the rebound is Mitchell. Shot clock turned off. Hawks have the ball, and they will let the clock run out in the final game of the season.